All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is Stan Kareem with Brandon the Grizzly, and we're going to review What If Season 3, all 8 episodes. So we're going to get into spoilers. So if you haven't watched it and you want to watch it, hit pause, come back and check us out. But a lot of people are not liking it. A lot of people are not liking this season, so you might not want to watch it. I don't know. Depends.
It's worth watching.
Yeah. I think it is. There's definitely a lot more low points in this season than other seasons or the other 2 seasons, but
yeah, I'd say it was probably the weakest of the 3 seasons, but there was still enough for me to enjoy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do just a quick rundown, and then we'll get into like our favorite episodes and parts and stuff like that. But we had 8 episodes. Episode 1 was your mecha Avengers with the big suits, Power Ranger style. Episode 2 was your Agatha Hollywood episode. Episode 3 was Red Guardian and Winter Soldier team up. Episode 4 was your Howard the Duck and Darcy. Episode 5 was your Eternals Stop the Emergence. So you had Mysterio and Riri Williams. Mm-hmm. Episode 6 was your Western Shang-Chi one. And episode 7 and 8 were basically 1 and 2 part of the Watcher with Captain Carter and Storm and the cool characters. yeah. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. So we had like 6 stories, and then the 2 parter finale at the end was 7 and 8. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna get into details. So if you like I said, you didn't want to watch it, go watch it. But Brandman, let us know what you think about this season. Some of your likes, some of your dislikes, and thoughts.
I think I preferred the second half of this season to the first half.
Yeah.
That's when it really started gaining traction for me. I think what kind of let me down about this particular season is the great thing about the premise of the concept of What If is you can go as big as you want with it, and it just kind of particularly in the case of the first half, and really to an extent the entire season, it feels like they didn't quite go big enough.
Yeah.
I think that it was off to an interesting start. We basically get the Marvel equivalent of Pacific Rim, which was kind of cool. But yeah, then the next 3 episodes didn't really land for me. And really, if I'm being honest, the montage that they show on the final episode was almost a little more interesting than the entire season itself.
Yeah, all the what ifs we could have got in
all the what ifs,
Yeah.
But instead we get an interspecies relationship.
Yeah.
It was fine. It's easily my least favorite season of the 3. It was still okay though. It found its footing during the last few episodes. That's the what if that I prefer.
Yeah. Besides the last 2 episodes, what was your favorite episode?
Favorite episode was the which one was it? Why the hell is it slipping my mind now? What was the one after the let me look it up.
Shang-Chi or the Red Guardian and
the Red Guardian, Riri Williams.
It's a tie between now I remember. Yeah, it's a tie between the Red Guardian and Bucky episode, and the Riri episode was pretty cool. What if the emergence destroyed the Earth?
Yeah.
Kind of liked that one.
Somebody got ducked. I think the better one was that somebody got quacked. Well, yeah. Okay. What about you, Brian? What you think about this season? Final season too. I forgot to mention that.
I thought the first 2 seasons, every episode felt like a standalone episode, right? And then at the end of the season, we showed that all these standalone episodes kind of merged to this ending. to this last episode. They all meant something for this last episode. I think they did that well in season 1. They did it well in season 2. And in this season, I feel like there's at least 4 or 5 episodes that had nothing to do with the ending of this season. And I was like, so, which I don't mind that much, but it's just different from what they've done before previously.
Yeah.
Especially if the season was actually good. So like the episodes that had nothing to do with any of this stuff, I don't think they were good. I think they're just useless. They're a waste of time. And so even though I like the dropping a different episode every day and not just dropping all at the same time, there's 4 episodes that I just straight up didn't like. Or I was watching and I was looking at my phone more than I was watching the episode. You know? So I feel like you should have, I think what Brandman said, you should have gone bigger. You should have done more. Especially you knew where you're going to end up at the end. You should have went huge. You should have revisited Strange's universe to see him get what he gave up all his stuff. Had one of those storylines happen in Strange's universe, and you can see that he is all powerful. He is the universe. You know, so you can see that for yourself. You could have done something like that in a couple of those episodes, and it will tie it all up a little bit better. As much as I enjoyed Captain Carter and Storm being like what more near and I don't know what the duck is named.
Birdie
Duck. Birdie the duck. I as much as I enjoy those, I just feel like they could have tied it up a lot better. It should have been a little bit tighter and more of a big thing, because you could do what if I'm saying what if, then it should be this huge idea, and a lot of them were just small, nothing of ideas. And it was disappointing.
Yeah. So same question. Besides the last 2 episodes, well, you know, the finale episodes, what was your favorite episode of the season, if you even had one?
Riri.
Yeah.
The Riri one.
Well,
which I felt like that would have been good for that to actually matter in the last episode too.
Yeah.
They should have tied that in.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I thought they were going to bring that in somehow. Like she was going to be part of this, you know, group of
badass women.
Yeah, you know, but I forget what they call them, the exiles.
The exiles,
you know, like it would have made sense if she would have been in, because she was badass herself. You know, she had like this crazy power, and she's not part of that group. I don't know. Yeah, but for me, it was not the best season. Like Brandman said, probably the worst out of all 3. You know, same issue I had with Brian, where like not enough of episode 1 through 6 played into the finale of the show, or of the season. You know, but I don't know. It just like episode 1, I was like, oh, that was cool, that was fun. Episode 2, I absolutely hated. You know, and then after that, 3, 4, 5 were good. You know, I enjoyed the Howard the Duck episode just because I love the Howard the Duck. He's such a stupid character. And everyone's asking the question of how she get the egg. It was like I don't know, like don't think about it too much. Because
they don't mention it.
No, they don't. Like, she said she carried it for 9 months. It was like, yeah. So I don't know, but it's just funny. But that's the whole Howard the Duck thing. You know, it's stupid. You know, in the 80s, you know, he hooked up with Leah Thompson. So you know, it's like, it's not nothing new either with the Howard the Duck character. But it was fun enough. I had fun with it. Everyone being kind of goofy, even with like, you know, Nick Fury. You know, but the Riri one, I think, was one of my favorites, but I really enjoyed the Shang-Chi Western one. At first, I'm like, I'm not digging it, and then by the end of the episode, I'm like, I really liked it. But again, had nothing to do with the final, with the finale, with the tie it all together part of it. You know, because really, I think
used Kate Bishop. You could have used Kate Bishop for that. So I'm like, if you had Riri and Kate Bishop, I mean, then now you have almost an Avengers team.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah. I don't get, especially in that episode 5 is when, I don't know if they're counting that as like the tie-in stuff, because that's when the Watcher starts to interfere and he starts to get in trouble with you know, the big bosses. big Watchers,
Mhm.
you know, because he does it again in episode 6, and then he finally gets called out, you know. But if that's how they're connecting it, then that's not good enough, you know. That's not good enough. You know, I want the characters in the story. You know, like you said, Riri should have been in there. Kate Bishop should have been in there. You know, like I think you could have done stuff, some cool.
Could have done more.
But you literally use if you say that Kate Bishop died, but if you would say well, the Watcher pulled her out and threw her in into Doctor Strange's universe, he could still he could keep her alive because he's the one who gives power and doesn't give power. He could have kept her alive. They could have did it like a battle world, like they're pulling each one of them out and throwing into this universe. They mentioned it and they didn't take advantage of it. So I was like, what writer? No writer said that. No writer said maybe we should talk about this. Maybe we should do this.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like overall, it wasn't the best, you know, one. You know, Brandon coming in and saying, "I'll rewatch it because I wasn't feeling it." I like the duck episode. A lot of people don't like the duck episode. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It's not my favorite episode, but it was goofy.
It was it was entertaining.
Yeah, but then that actually played. That episode actually played into the end. You know, where the egg is, you know, she's older and she's, you know, this like, you know, badass, you know, flying bird lady. You know,
but they talk about that like this egg is going to, you know, be special,
powerful. Yeah. So that's why I appreciate it. I'm like, oh, they pulled that from there. So I'm like, cool. You know, you know, and then even Howard the Duck and Darcy show up in that finale. You know, being, you know, goofy like they are. So, you know, but yeah, but it is the last season. There's rumors that they might bring it back later, but as of right now, this is it. It sucks because I feel like season 1 was the best season. Season 2 had good parts, but it was a downgrade. And then season 3, again, very few good parts and a big downgrade from season 2. You know, and it just like slowly got worse. They just put Storm to piggyback off the X-Men 97 success, probably. And but I'm not mad at it.
No,
you know.
But once again, just like I said at X-Men 97, give Storm more screen time.
Yeah.
Give me how the hell did it happen? Don't just give me Storm with Mjolnir like and not say how she got him.
Yeah.
How is she, you know, so worthy?
Possibly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Give me her, show me how she's so regal or so worthy and she's above all that she's ready for it. That Mjolnir came to her, left Thor and came to her because she's the you know, the goddess of all the weather, all things. That I would have loved to see that.
Yeah.
You know, but they once again, that's not going far enough. They should have just went further.
But leave a comment. Let us know what you think about season 3, the final season of What If, and if you're excited about the Exiles, if that is confirmed to be happening. So let us know. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Come and join us live, and you too can be part of the conversation and the review. Speaking of everyone in live chat, we appreciate you guys. Stick around, and we're gonna move on to our next topic for the night.